magic in store from DJ Augustine and Orlando? Or do Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors display the 58-win form that made them the number 2 seed in the East? It's Game 2 in Toronto, next on TNT. Three more first-round games in the NBA playoffs on this Tuesday night as we welcome you inside Studio J for TNT NBA Tip-Off, presented by Auto Trader. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Chuck Wagner.
My favorite night, Ernie.
Why?
Why?
Because I think Game 2's.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because you know, obviously we've had Game 1. Now you got to make an adjustment. To me, the second game is the most important game in every series.
Well, we got the Magic and the Raptors and the Thunder and the Blazers on TNT, while NBA TV's got the Spurs and the Nuggets. That one is also really worth watching tonight because the Nuggets got to have a win there. We follow the whole thing up with Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Go back to Game 1 of this series, and it came down to DJ Augustine at 25.
Been doing that all year.
And hit that three-pointer.
Yeah, you can't switch that. Not for the game winner.
No,
you got to get through. You got to get through because he's got the matchup. He's going to have the big matchup on him. He's going to have Gasol on him. It wasn't a good choice.
Or Kenny.
Tail of the tape in the point guard matchup.
Wow.
25-0, DJ Augustine over Kyle Lowry, who went 0 for 7.
That's impossible.
And 0 for 6. No, it happened. And for Kyle Lowry, and the Raptors have had all kind of trouble in Game 1s, but look at this for Kyle Lowry, 1-9, averaging just 11 points and shooting 32% and 19% from 3 in those 10 games, so he comes off this scoreless opener. First time he's been scoreless in 50 career playoff starts. And here's what he had to say.
I'm a guy that plays basketball the right way. Me not scoring any points doesn't mean I didn't affect the game. So that's why, the mental game doesn't really matter. For me, I played the game the right way, missed some shots, and, we lost, so it looks worse.
Now, if you weren't with us at 2 o'clock in the morning when we first ran that soundbite last night,
he was excited last night.
Chuck went.
I don't want to hear that. First of all, you better play the damn game the wrong way tonight. Now, Ernie, listen, Kyle's a great kid. Everybody knows that. But this is about performance. You cannot be an all-star and not score in the first game of the playoffs at home when you expect it to go deep in the playoffs. I don't want to hear he played good defense. I don't want to hear he had X amount of opportunities.
You don't want to hear about 7 rebounds and 8 assists.
I don't.
You don't want to hear about a plus 11, plus minus, the highest on the team.
No, I do not. I don't want to hear any of that. You cannot be an all-star in an NBA game and do not score at home. You cannot do that. I don't want to hear that stuff.
In the playoffs, you're supposed to add 5 PPG to what you're doing. So he's playing the right way. He needs to play the wrong way, like Chuck said. He needs to play out of his mind. 0 points is not acceptable. He can score. He can shoot. It's definitely mental. I know it's mental because he's talking about it. Maybe.
Well, he was asked about it.
Well, I don't care. I don't really care. So, he needs to step up. We've been having the same conversation about him the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, the opposing coach, Steve Clifford, did you hear what he said?
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah,
he played great. He affected the game in so many ways.
He said he didn't just play good. He played terrific.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, he needs another terrific game. That's why he wants one of those terrific games. Kyle Lowry, again, if you looked at it, first games of series, they're 1-9. So when he's not scoring the basketball, they're losing. So obviously he's doing something he needs to change. I think it's something, obviously, when you say mental. So, you got a mental problem and why you're not playing well in the playoffs. You have to start changing your routine. That's the only way to get out of slumps, out of mental blocks, is do not do the same routine. So when he starts coming to the arena at different times, getting more shots, getting less shots, not coming out to shoot, whatever it is, you have to change. You have to jar yourself mentally to get out of that funk.
And I think he was 0 for 7.
And 0 for 6 from deep.
You got to be 0 for 12 to 14 to 15. You can't be 0 for 7. That tells me
he's thinking about it.
You're thinking about it and you're not shooting. He should get more than 7 shots. Listen, I have had bad games before, but I ain't never gonna go 0 for 7. I'm gonna go 0 for 14 or 0 for 15, but I ain't gonna shoot just 7 times.
Not only that, he was open a lot and he passed up a lot of shots. Kenny, I'm gonna have to disagree. You don't have to change your routine. You got to change up your mentals. If you think about having a bad game, you're gonna have a bad game. When you part of the 1-2 punch, you got to be aggressive.
But this is over years. This isn't like if it was over. I would agree with you if it was over the like
listen,
3 or 4 games. This is over years.
That's because he's thinking
doing
about
this.
it. That's because he's thinking about it. He needs, listen, if he was 0 for 15, 0 for 16, we'll give him the respect, the respect and say he was aggressive. His shot wasn't just fun, but we've seen this before.
Yeah,
He's definitely
7
thinking about
shots?
it. Yeah,
7 shots?
Yeah, we will see what Kyle Lowry does tonight in Game 2 in Toronto with the Raptors down.
He'll play well.
1-0.
He'll play well.
Do the Raptors still think the Magic have Penny and That's not bad, Charles. And for Kareem, happy
birthday,
Kareem.
One of the greatest ever, if not the greatest ever.
He's the greatest basketball player from start to finish that ever played the game.
The most accomplished.
From start to finish.
Yes.
Shout out
Happy
also
birthday, Cap.
to the great Bill Belichick. Happy birthday, Coach.
And anybody else out there celebrating a birthday.
No, we
Have
don't
a
care
great
about them. Just Kareem and Coach Belichick.
Come on, Kareem.